The speaker I have the privilege to introduce is a leading expert in helping business coaches, consultants, and sales executives and entrepreneurs consistently generate qualified leads. He has over 20 years of experience providing 100% done-for-you lead generation system that turns targeted prospects into daily leads, allowing his clients to focus on closing deals rather than searching for them. How many of us would like that, right? This speaker or this guest unique approach helps businesses build predictable cash flow through proving systems, and he's worked with some of the top names in the industry, including Kim Walsh-Phillips, Mike Capuzzi, and National Real Estate Investors Association. He specializes in helping his clients grow meaningful, profitable businesses they love while making a genuine impact on the world. Please help me welcome to this episode of Social Media Saturdays, Greg Russell. Now, before we jump in, I have to let everyone know that I have had the opportunity to meet this tech genius a few years ago during the season of COVID. And when I tell you, Greg was introduced to me by Howard. So many of you probably have met Howard before. And when I tell you, just watching Greg, watching Howard and other business mentors just navigate that season of COVID kept me inspired. It kept me going and also gave me plenty of ideas for my business as well. So I am extremely happy and honored to be able to have Greg on as a guest today. And we're going to talk about what every entrepreneur, what every business needs is to be able to generate leads in their business and how you can have systems of recurring revenue.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that warm, wonderful introduction. I appreciate it so much. I'm excited. I was like, man, who's this guy? Who's going to speak? I was like, oh, it's me. So you did a great job. Thank you so much. Listen, I love the fact that it's a small, intimate group. So feel free to ask questions as we go. I love the feedback. The more feedback you give me, the more I give. I am a wealth of knowledge and just love to share. Turi, I have this presentation, and every so many slides, I'm going to stop and see if you have a question, because I love the interview style process, but I also want to be able to share certain things in a certain way.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
And you guys see that?
Yep, we can see.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to start off. I wasn't going to start it off with talking about me, but you know what? I'm going to do that just for like about 2 minutes. And the reason is because most people, and let me know if you guys agree. Hold on, let me get my my Zoom thing back up so I can see, because it disappeared on me. Okay, good. This is what we want right there. All right, so most people only want three things. They want to have their freedom. They want to have the finances to be able to do the things that allow them to feel that freedom, and they want to take care of their family. Can everyone let me know if they would agree that most people want these three things? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So with that, I'm going to share with you a little bit about my mom. My mom was the one who got me started as an entrepreneur at an early age. She was concerned about me reading as a young Black man, and so she wanted me to read, and I wasn't interested in comic books or books or anything like that until she gave me this book about how to make money from home, and that started my entrepreneur journey at the age of 12 years old. And now I'm at the point where I need to help my mom, because she's retired and she needs to bridge that gap between retirement and what she used to make. So put together something for her that I'm going to share with you all as well. With that, this system of being able to create recurring revenue has helped me support my daughter, who's a young actress. She will be turning 13 this month on the 28th. She is a celebrity. She first went viral when she was 8 years old in Disney doing a dance. And then later on, she got to actually follow her dream and be young Nala in New York City as the Lion King on Broadway. We actually temporarily moved from our house from Houston, Texas to New York for 7 months for her to do that. I'm from New York, so I had some connections, was able to make it happen. She then went on to be the first North American Black young Elsa in the Broadway tour Frozen. And she is currently the singing voice of Quay Quay, which is Qai, which is the animated character created based on the doll that Serena Williams created for her daughter. So if you want to feel good and be inspired, Google Sydney Russell and Disney and anything else in Quay Quay, and you'll find her. She takes up all the spaces on the pages, and she consistently does over 1 million views on her social medias on TikTok and stuff like that all the time. It's crazy how that happens, and I love being just able to follow along. So if you want to be inspired, go there. Freedom for me was getting a motorcycle. I wanted a motorcycle since I was 4 years old, and so a couple years ago I got one, kitted it out with some lights, and I love just going riding. So these are the three things, the family, the finances, and the freedom. And this is me on the store getting it right from the showroom floor. Boom. So I am first a direct response marketer. Next, I am a WordPress webmaster, and then I'm a digital marketing agency owner, and I'm very well connected. As Taria let you know, I got connections all over the place because I've been doing it for so long. I'm the host of Technology Tuesday, where we share tools and resources every single week about how you can use this technology to grow your business. And I'm all around cool dude, say so myself. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop up my contact information. You can grab it here, you can screenshot it. I will give it to you again later, but if I share something with you that you feel encourages you, empowers you, you have my contact information, you can reach me. And if not, then you can just get rid of the slide or whatever, right? But you have it right there. Okay, so that is the end of the part about me. And we'll wrap it up with this, with this same slide. Most people only want three things. And my specialty, my gift is being able to show entrepreneurs how to get finances going so they can have the freedom and do the things they want. So this is another thing where I want some participation. Can you relate to this? Over 70% of entrepreneurs are not satisfied with their current level of income. Are you a part of that 70%? Are you guys not currently satisfied? Would you like more? Okay, good. Okay, anybody a part of that 30% is like, hey, I got all the money I need. That's not what I need. I don't need any more money. Okay, I don't see anybody saying that. Okay, so this presentation that Taria put together for us is called Generate 100K per year and how to build a recurring revenue with subscription-based services. So we're going to talk a few minutes about subscription-based services, and what this has inspired me to do this was something I saw years ago, and most of us probably all saw this. This was a popular image that went around social media back in the day, and it was how to create $1 million, right? Anybody remember this slide? It was $1 million, and like, all you need is 5,000 people to buy a $200 product, and it went all these things. But at the bottom, they started talking about per month, right? Get at the very bottom one, get 300 people to pay $270 a month for 12 months, right? And when I saw that, I was like, I can do that. I can do that all day long. I can do that every single day, right? And when we look at it, we don't think about, I don't know anyone who's went to $1 million who first didn't get to six figures, right? You have to hit six figures first to get to your $1 million, right? So if you hit six figures, then you just 10x it, right? So you have to hit the six figures. And at six figures is a really important number to understand, because for most people, that's the number that they can replace their job, right? So if you're in a situation when you're an entrepreneur and you're still working and you want out of that job, the reason why six figures is a number that you consistently hear, because usually that's the number that people, if they can get to that in their business, they can step away from their job. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. This is the framework of thinking that I built this business model around, and it is this: 30 clients at $297 a month.
Take a deep breath.
So basically, 30 clients at $297 a month is 100K a year business, or 18 clients at $497 a month. Okay, that is all you need. Okay, so Taria, this is a slide I'm going to keep bringing up, because this is the mental framework. If you can start to let me plant this seed, and if you water it, it'll grow into something. 30 clients at $297 a month. So I'm going to show you a subscription-based services where you
plant the seed.
That's right. You can get people giving you $297 a month every single month, and you only need 30 of them to hit 100K or 497 under 20 people. Like, people don't understand how powerful this is. For the last 2 years, I'm going to stop for 1 second. stop sharing. For the last 2 years, all I've been hearing and seeing is people talk about high ticket, high ticket sales. Everybody hear these businesses talking about you got to do high ticket sales? Okay. I don't necessarily agree, because a lot of times if you're new or if you're starting out, high ticket model doesn't fit everyone's business model. Also, if you don't have 10 years of experience, high ticket is probably not for you either, because there's a gap, right? You can't just start off running track. You have to learn how to crawl, you have to learn how to walk, you have to learn how to jog, right? There's some things you have to learn. And if you try to fast forward and quickly get there, you struggle. And I've seen so many people struggle because they went after a model that just didn't work for them. The other thing too is when you do subscription-based services, it is the sleeper, it is the hidden high ticket, right? Because after about so many months, it's a high ticket. Okay. So how many months does it at $297 for something to become a high ticket? All right, I'm gonna share again. Okay. So Taria, did you have any questions for me as I push through this?
Yeah, so not really a question, Greg. This is so interesting, and this is one of the reasons why I'm hosting a platform, okay? Part of my experience, and this is personal experience here, like you said, we hear so many things in the marketplace. And as entrepreneurs, we have no idea what fits us for the level that we are at. Okay. And I love that you actually absolutely shared for entrepreneurs who are new on the journey, who have not, built out things as yet, the definition or what it means to have a high ticket, offer, or knowing that there's something else that you can offer and do that would still allow you to put you in the position to generate the revenue while you are learning, while you are building, doing all those stuff to prepare into the high ticket item. Okay. And yeah, I fell into this because this was absolutely me when I started. I need to have a high ticket, and like literally stress myself out because I couldn't figure out what that looked like. And I've attempted and then didn't have the systems to support the team to back a high-end product. Okay, so I absolutely love that you put that on the table out front, for entrepreneurs to be clear and understand where they are in their process and what they can do no matter where they stand.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. It's funny because I had a client and I was doing hosting business. So I was hosting a website. I had a client, and I realized this later on, right? So this client, he left me, and I looked, and I was like, I had this client for 9 years. This client paid me 20 at the time. It was $29.95 a month, every month for 9 years. That's 108 months. 108 months of getting payments, and I knew I only had to deal with this client 5 times. I could count it on my hand because he had the service. It served him. He had it, and he was good. So for me, and if you want to specifically talk about high ticket, they typically say a $3,000 and up product, training, service, whatever is a high ticket, right? So $3,000 and up. Well, I realized, $29.95 over 108 months is over $3,000, right? It just worked out that way. So I was like, most people don't understand how powerful, and we'll talk about it in just a second, how powerful it is, this high ticket. All right, so I'm going to push forward. So I want to share with you guys, I want you guys to discover this over here, this business model that can generate 6 figures with the least amount of stress, right? Because listen, we talk about running a business can be stressful. It can be a lot of work. So I want to talk about the least amount of stress and the least amount of time. That hosting thing opened my eyes to this. When I studied, I said, man, 109 months, $29.95, had to deal with the client 5 times. I knew it because I knew him. He only contacted me when something was wrong, he needed it. Okay. So we are in the subscription society. So I want you to discover this hidden power of recurring revenue. So now I want you guys to think about these things. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the subscription services you use in your household. Okay. So I'm going to list off 14, and I want you to keep track about how many that you have, that you service, okay, that you pay for every single month. So you have a mobile phone service, AT&T, Verizon. You have a cable TV, Spectrum, DirecTV, online streaming service, Netflix, Hulu. Keep track. Count on your fingers, right? How many you have? Multi-streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, cloud storage, like you have Google Drive or Dropbox or one of those that you pay for. Do you subscribe to digital newspapers like the New York Times, Wall Street Journal? Software subscription, Microsoft 365, Adobe Cloud Suite. Fitness membership, right? Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, Peloton, home security monitoring, ADT, all those, like meal kit delivery services, Blue Apron, HelloFresh, Home Chef, gaming subscriptions, Xbox, PlayStations, Nintendo Switch, audio books, Audible, Kindle, online learning platforms like Coursera or Udemy, all right? How many people have more than 5? Hands up all over the place. All right, so more than 5. So now that's just what you do, just to watch TV and work on the computer and do your thing. So the question is, as an entrepreneur, how many subscription services do you offer where people can pay you every single month, right? And especially pay you every single month that you don't have to do to not anything, but do a lot for. So let's look at the things as an entrepreneur. Let's do it one more time. And let's look at what entrepreneurs subscribe to. When you think about your business, we're going to do this. Now I have a list of 20. I'm going to run through them real quick. Keep the numbers of how many you have. Okay. So how many do you subscribe to a web hosting service, right? How many annual domain registration? How many people have multiple domains? Hi, my name is Greg. I'm a domainaholic, right? Like we have a business idea. I'm gonna get this domain. It's available. It's only $15. I'm gonna go get it right now, right? Okay, sorry. I'll keep that one to myself. Email marketing, autoresponder services like MailChimp or ConvertKit, graphic design tools like Canva, Adobe Cloud, Affinity, right? Social media management tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, or any type of thing like that. A CRM, customer relationship management like Go High Level, Entreport, Keep. E-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce. Accounting and invoicing software like QuickBooks, FreshBooks, or Xero. Project management tools like Asana, Trello, Monday. Online advertising like Google, Facebook ads. Are you advertising every single month? Video conferencing services like the one we're on now, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Slack. Online course and membership platforms like Teachable, Thinkific. Virtual assistant services. Do you have a VA? Some of these services have programs like Fancy Hands or Time, etc. Stock photo video services like Getty Images, Shutterstock. SEO and analytic tools. SEMrush, content management services, a CMS, which is like WordPress or Squarespace, cloud storage like Google, Dropbox, Microsoft, cybersecurity services like Norton, McAfee, analytics tracking like Google Analytics, online payment processing, Stripe. So how many have 10 or more of those for your business, right? How many have 5 or more? So you said timeout. Timeout. Hold up. Now if you add these up, if you start adding these up, how much money are you giving out every month to run your business? The subscription-based business model is the most highest producing profit system that there is. So if you want to make money in a way that can support your lifestyle to give you that freedom you won't have to really take everything you hear from these quote unquote gurus with a grain of salt, right? Because at the end of the day, they're selling you things that may not fit the business model that will give you the most freedom. So that's kind of where I am. So again, on Plant to Seed, all you need is 30 clients at $297 a month to get $100K a year business. So what I want to do is right now I'm going to say, I have something that can help you do this. And at this point, how many of you, and just be honest, how many of you would be right now, if that's all you knew, would consider possibly giving me $297 a month? Nobody. Good. No one said they're like, Greg, I want to give you $297. That's cool, because marketing is always testing, and I'm testing something. And by the end of this, my goal is to hopefully have you go, you know what, I'll consider giving you $297 on. That's my goal. I'm putting it out there up front. So let's dive into this. The one thing about those subscription services, there's one little thing that separates it from everything else. One thing, and that's software, right? Software has grown over the years, and I've been watching it, seeing it, and part of it over the last 10, 15 years has been growing at a faster rate than anything else. So, and when I say software, I'm talking about marketing software apps, specifically marketing software. And there's a company out there called Martech, and it's called Chief Martech. That's their main website, and they started monitoring this years ago, right? And so back in 2011, there was like only 150 software service apps out there. And they have a map, and they would show you, and they had them sectioned off. Of, this is email services, this is SEO services, and they'd have a little box with all of the ones in there. And then from 2011 to 2012, it doubled. It more than doubled for the number of people in that companies in that sector, right? And then from 2012, 2 years later, 2 years later, it doubled more, almost doubled again to 1,000. And then from 2014 to 2015, it doubled again. It doubled again, and it just keeps growing at this rate. It's growing at over 9,000%. And the reason why is because it's so profitable. There is no other type of business that can have a subscription model that can be as profitable as software. And here's why. You've seen other businesses try to do it, like the movies and the car wash, right? Those are just two that I know because I go to the movies and I wash my car. And they try to get you to sign up for a subscription service because they know it's so profitable. However, the car wash, if they were washing, if the line never stopped and they could run them through every day, there would be a point where they cannot wash any more cars, right? There's a ceiling where they could hit, and they could not wash any more cars. The same thing with the movies. If they filled up the theater every single time they ran a movie, there's a ceiling, right? There's just so many seats, there's just so many movies, there's just something, right? And that's it. With software, there is no ceiling. There is no ceiling. All right. So 2014, what did that number jump to? This year, there's over 14,000 software subscriptions. If you notice, there's typically a software subscription for every single little tiny itty bitty thing that you need for your business. Oh, you need email. Well, that's a service. Back in the day, when you got hosting, email was a part of that hosting service that you got, but you can no longer do that anymore. Now you have to pay separately for the hosting. Like they start breaking down every single little thing. All right. And so now I want to show you some numbers. This is the slide that I use to share my OP account. OP is Entreport. This is a CRM system that I used and still use to this day. And I want to show you some numbers inside the systems. It is a software. It is a business marketing automation software. It's not the main one. And what I'm trying to tell you guys and share with you guys has nothing to do with Entreport, but I just want you to understand the power and the numbers in this. So this is my partner center. I'm an affiliate for Entreport, and this is back in July, so this is a little over a month ago. These are my numbers, right? So in total sales was just under 200,000. I only had $347 in refund. That's basically one client, 1 month. And my total commissions was $35,000, right? Would you like a company to give you $35,000? Okay. Would you like a company to give you $35,000 where you don't really have to do anything for?
Absolutely.
On that one. I want you to check this out. I haven't promoted Entreport in years. The last time I promoted them and got someone to sign up was 2021. Okay. So it's 2024 now. I can do my math. Yep. So I'm getting money every month from efforts I've done years ago. How many people would like to get money every month from not having to do anything last month or the month before, the month before, the month before, the month before for several years and just get money? These systems are out there. And actually, I got an affiliate commission payment yesterday for $204. So you can get this money. It's out there to help you. Boom. So in July 12th, here's one for $277. Again, 2024. You see, I haven't done anything since 2021, but I'm getting payments every single month. Now, I can't tell people how to make $1 million because I haven't made $1 million yet. However, what I have made, I've attempted to charge over $974,000, and I've gotten paid over $900,000. So I can't say that I've generated $1 million in my business yet, but I am very close. And so I share this with you because most of this has been built on the foundation of subscription-based services, things that I do once, set up once, and get paid for over and over again. Now, one of my clients, when we talk about high ticket, one of my clients I have charged over $39,000. How many people would like a client where they would like to charge over $30,000? I'm not Russell Brunson. You probably haven't seen me on all the things. I can go to the grocery store and nobody knows, I'm a regular average person who can get quote unquote high ticket without the hoopla, because the secret is reoccurring revenue type services. Okay. So again, one last time, well, not the last time, but $100,000 a year with just 30 clients at $297. Taria, do you have any questions?
No, Greg, I'm sitting down here and looking at this, and I was just like, wow, it has me thinking, my wheels are turning. But I know there's probably, someone out here who's asking the question, does it fit into my business? Why should I continue listening to this?
Okay. So I'll say this. Every business, I'll say this. Every business is an information business. Whether they choose to recognize it or not is up to them. When it comes to the information part of it, you can choose who are you going to create certain information for. And there's typically two paths. Your clients, right? The people you service and sell to. And then I like to look at is looking to the side. Who's doing the same type of business you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. If you can find a way to do your business better, the people who are doing the same type of businesses that you're doing, you might not have never thought about it, would be interested in doing it better. So back in the day, when I was selling nutritional supplements online, we were ranked on the top of the search engines. This is pre-Google. This is Lycos and InfoSeek. So that's how long it goes if you remember those. And over years of struggling, we finally got into the search engines. We were doing well. And we had a software emailing platform that was able to send to our clients. We was able to run sales, right? And so that's how we was able to generate a lot more money. But I was smart. I said, well, I'm able to do this. I have an advantage, right? And the software had a affiliate program. And this is the first time I did this. So I went on Google and I looked at everybody who was in the top 10 right around me. And I got my affiliate link for the software. And I was like, hey, we're able to do our, at the time it was called Metabolife. We were able to increase our Metabolife and my X by able to email on our customers, promotion. If you're interested in increasing your Metabolife business too, here's the link to the software that I used. So I wasn't, because the software wouldn't be interested to my customers who were interested in Metabolife, which was a weight loss supplement. My customers not interested, but the other guys selling Metabolife, they were definitely interested. So now I've increased selling my customers the product, my main product or service. I reached over to the people who were doing the exact same thing to me. I said, hey, I'm doing it better with this thing. Will you be interested? And I was able to sell that thing to, I didn't know them from paint, but it was just, it was just, so when you say who does this serve? What type of business? Any business. And I can prove it to you. When you go out in the street and you look around, how many people are looking at this thing right here? How many people looking at this thing, right? Looking at this thing? Is there any business you have that is not trying to make money or find customers who are on the internet? They all are, right? They all are. So this fits any business that any business. Okay. Do you have a follow-up, or did I answer that?
No, you answered the question, right? And that's the whole thing in the conversation why I decided to bring you on. So as I had my conversation with you, my wheels started to turn, and it was exactly what you said. Number one, as the end user, when you went through the list of all of the stuff that we pay for, I think Forrest said, ouch. Yeah, my toes were hurt too, Forrest, because looking at monthly expenses, I'm like, wow. And then even as I take a look at servicing, my clients, okay, how can I help my clients get more of their clients as well? So it all fits, and so I know I definitely got excited in having our conversation, and then looking forward to bringing the conversation here. But I do want to ask another important question. I think as entrepreneurs, we always seek to answer, like in our business. So how would having this type of service in our business help us build a better relationship with the clients that we have?
Um, okay, so
as compared, to having one-time transactions. So I'm gonna bring it back. So you talk about the high ticket, items, right? And I know this is a big pain for a lot of entrepreneurs. So sometimes people, would purchase, high-end, programs, and it's a one-time purchase. You come through the thing, you got it, you paid for it, but you're still left kind of hanging. Maybe not that the product or the service was bad, not that the coach was bad. Maybe you're not in the position to implement everything all at once. Okay. But you purchase, that's it. You got it. There's nothing else until you purchase that next thing. Okay. So, how does having a model like this help build better relationships with our customers and our clients?
so I two things. You know what the product is, and they don't right now, right? We just talk about the not the concept, but the principle of reoccurring.
Okay.
How it can help. So, and I'll give you an example. I work with a lot of coaches, and sometimes these coaches have these programs, and typically, if they are teaching something that has to do with marketing or getting more clients, they would typically have, most of them would have a ClickFunnels account, and they would be like, hey, I have what's called a share funnel, and when you get my coaching program, you get this, and they try to promote their affiliate program for ClickFunnels, right? And so if they did that, that coach would get the reoccurring from the affiliate program. The reason why I got so much money from Entreport wasn't because I was looking at it as a way to make money. It was something I found. I went into it as, how can I refer enough to pay for this? That's all I wanted to do. I was like, I just wanted to pay for itself. How can I refer? And their affiliate program pays 25%. So I was like, if I can get 4 people on it, then it can pay for itself, right? So a way that it can help the business is by being able to have money coming in consistently after the product is sold. So if you're the entrepreneur, it can help you with the product after the product. So if you sell your main coaching program and then you have this added on, now you're getting money every single month long after the client has left your program. Okay. How it can help your clients is the actual what the product is, which we haven't covered yet, but we'll get to it, but it can help your clients. It can help your clients as well. So I'll get to that in just a second. Is that cool?
Okay. Yep.
All right, cool. All right. So anybody willing to give me $297 yet? Not yet? Okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm confident. All right. So I created a system which allows you to resell software and keep 100% of profits. So up until now, we were talking about affiliate commissions where the company gets paid first and you get money on the back. And is everybody familiar with how affiliate programs work? And you get money on the, okay. Reseller is different. Reseller is when they pay you directly and you keep either 100% or all of the profits or whatever. So we created a system that will allow you to resell software. The most important thing you can resell because it gives you the easiest amount of freedom there is, and it gives you no ceiling. Okay. And you can keep, this one will allow you to keep 100% of profits. This is where the game changers comes in, and this is where no one else is really doing it like us. But however, there's two huge problems with software. If you want to try to create your own software, it's very expensive because you need to create the programmers and you need to keep paying those programmers as they redefine the product and work with the product. And then you can't just stop. You have to continually develop the software, right? You have to come out with version 2. And if you ever looked at any of the software you have, they always come out with a new version so many years or so many months, right? They always make it better. The second problem is you have to support it, right? And so those are the 2 things that keep most average regular people from creating their own software. And that's why like affiliate programs are kind of attractive because it's, hey, I can just recommend it and get some money on the back end. But the reseller is where the real money is. So we found a way that 0% will cost you 0% to support it. That's the other big fee is the development and the support are the 2 things that keep us out. So we found a way where there's 0 support costs and there's 0 development costs on one of the most powerful software out for businesses today. and that is High Level. Anybody heard of this program called High Level, also known as Go High Level? Okay. So Go High Level, one of their things that makes them very powerful is that they can replace a lot of the softwares you may be using because they're all in one. A lot of the software is a lot of things you're already using is built in. So it has a CRM, it has unlimited sales funnels, so it can replace ClickFunnels and lead pages. It has a website built in there, so you can build your website in there. It replaces Wix and Squarespace. It has surveys and forms, so you can get rid of SurveyMonkey or Google Forms, right? It has email marketing built in, so MailChimp, all those others, has two-way SMS built in. It has booking and appointment, so you can get rid of like Calendly and Schedule Once. All these things that I'm listing have these subscription fees that we already know we're paying. We added them up earlier. It has workflows and automations. So this is where it can replace things like Keep and ActiveCampaign. It has course products where it can replace things like Teachable and Kajabi. It has call tracking, reputation management, tracking and analytics. It has communities like Think School, which is $97 a month for just school. So again, everything is broken out and why we're paying all these fees. The reason that makes this attractive is because most people can just see how they can save money with just this one piece of software. Okay. So there are features in this. This is one of their graphics that kind of helps them. They added this all up and they're like, look, this is over $7,000 a month, and you can get it all for $297 a month. Okay, so this is where this $297 comes in that I've been planting the seed. But there are some things that aren't listed. It also has a social media manager, right? And this is why we're here on Social Media Saturday. This is the key one, unlimited video storage. Unlimited video storage, right? So Vimeo and some of the others that are charging for that is in there. It has a power dialer in there. If you have a sales team or you need to call a list of prospects, it has a power dialer in there. It has AI. Everybody's going crazy over AI. It has AI built in there. It has a universal chat widget, and you can put your chat widget on your website, put on your landing page, put it anywhere you want, any place that accepts the code, you can put it on there. And it also has a QR generator in there as well. So those are some other things that it has for that one price that you could get all this stuff. Okay. So I want to tell you a little bit about High Level, some things that you may not know or hear about regularly from being around the internet. So High Level is a SaaS company. It was founded in 2018 by Sean Clark and Robert Alex, and it has grown crazy. As of 2023, the company employs around 750 people and services approximately 60,000 customers. Their revenue growth has been impressive, over 3,000% increase the last few years, leading to their inclusion in the Deloitte Technology Fast 500 ranking. I don't know if I pronounced that right. So if anybody's there from that company, High Level operates by offering an all-in-one CRM and marketing platform tailored for agencies. This is the key, right? You see it in yellow, tailored for agencies. Allowing these agencies to white label the software, this approach has contributed significantly to expansion, enabling to support over 1.2 million businesses throughout their agency clients. Okay, so something really important you should ask, well, what is an agency? An agency is a digital marketing agency is a company that deals exclusively in the marketing to consumers or businesses through digital channels. This is important. This includes creating and launching campaigns for clients through social media, pay-per-click advertising, videos, customers, websites, among other means. The most important part of that is for clients. They do it for clients. And what people look at is they look at, I can go High Level and I can offer it to other people, but they weren't necessarily an agency, right? And so if you're not working with an agency and you're not an agency, you can't fully support your clients because Go High Level does not support the client. They only support the agency. So you have to, now do support, okay? But we said we have a way for it to not cost you money for support and not you have to do it. So I'm working it, y'all. I'm working it. So my question is, you think you might be interested in giving me $297 a month now? Maybe? Nope. She said no. Okay, we're still rocking the notes. All right. So, Tori, you got any questions as I move forward?
Well, one of the things I'm going to ask you is, as we talk about this, right? What are some of the common misconceptions and myths that you've encountered in regards to subscription-based services?
So let me talk about Go High Level, because that's the one where I think I'm currently know the most misconceptions. People look at that, entrepreneurs look at that, and they get excited because they're like, hey, for $300, I can start an agency, right? And the misconception is if you can't support people because it's a technical system, right? Stuff is technical, all that stuff is all linked together, and you got to figure out how to work it. And if you don't know things like DNS, and A records and C records, and if all that sounds like Chinese to you, then you shouldn't even consider going directly to Go High Level. Okay, so the misconception is that, number one, it's not for regular people, right? Keep, ClickFunnels, and all those software services, they made their product for the average user. They made their product support the average individual to be their customer. Go High Level did not. They created it for agencies. So if you're not an agency, meaning you don't have experience supporting clients in websites, SEO, and all that stuff, it's not for you, right? And that's the biggest misconception people have with Go High Level. The other thing is the amount of the fees, right? So it's like there's a monthly fee, but Go High Level has additional fees. Like, the reason why Go High Level can sell you an account and say, hey, you can sell unlimited accounts, and this is what separated them from all the other players in the industry, is because they're like, hey, we're going to give you an ability to go sell unlimited accounts on your own, and you keep all the money. How they make their money is in the micro transactions. So every email, every text message, every automation, right? They're fractions of a penny, right? And most people look at it like, oh, that's not a lot. But for them, it adds up, because it's every time someone technically does something in that system, they're getting a fraction of a penny. And when you add it all up, they're like, yeah, keep the yeah, well, go sell accounts. Go sell all accounts you want. Keep all that money. We don't care. And they only have to support you, the agency. So like, if you have clients, they don't support the end client. So that's where another misconception is, that people think that they will support them, but they don't. You have to be the support. And if there is a problem with the system, then you have to contact Go High Level. Your clients cannot. So those are the two main, two big
misconceptions. Okay. And I think, Greg, I want to dial it back a little bit, right? And ask you to just give a real world example on how on how us here on the call, like entrepreneurs, everyday entrepreneurs, how this service can be a benefit for them in their business.
Okay. Number one, it can save you money based on the number of tools you have. That's dollar for dollar. It is the most economical CRM software solution you can have for your business. Nothing else can really compete price wise. So number one, if you are sending out emails, text messages, building landing page, building funnels, or need those built, that system does all of those things and more. If you want to have a course or courses, and videos, those things can really help you. So if you're doing digital marketing in the digital marketing age, it can help you. If your business is not necessarily digital, you have a brick and mortar, it can help you as well. It has reputation management built in. Like that one, a lot of Go High Level agencies that service brick and mortar, right, will find one or two services that they will build their whole business around and sell that. We'll package it and sell that to them. So there's reputation marketing. That's a big one. The AI is a big one, because now you can have a chat bot. You can use social media to say, hey, if you're interested in this PDF report, comment the word start, and you have the AI do, and that can do that 24/7. So when you make your post, right, it can go out there and start doing marketing for you. So for those of us here, those are a couple ways that it can start to help you with your business now, without talking about reselling that platform, just using it for yourself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that's really good, because like that was one of the first things that I got, is like, oh my gosh, look at how many times, we go to different places just to run a business. You, like you said, you got to log into your CRM. Then you got to go over here to manage your social media. Then if you want to do webinars, you have to have this service, to do your webinars. Then after you want to say, I want to go ahead and package videos that's coming up, for social media Saturdays. I want to put them in an LMS. Then I have to go purchase a Kajabi or a Thinkific or LearnDash to go ahead and do that. So I have heard from so many entrepreneurs that it is utterly frustrating and overwhelming that they have to be all over the place just to manage their business. Okay. And so that's the number one thing that I saw coming through this. I was just like, oh my gosh, I could streamline. And then I started to think a little bit deeper, so up until our conversation, I never considered myself an agency. I'm just going to throw it out there and I'm going to say it, right? And so I consider myself a strategist. I consider myself a coach. But as I'm listening, to you, these services, can help me support clients as well. Okay. And I think I see Dr. Stacy Moore is saying that she's a Go High Level user and affiliate. So we do have someone could give a testament to the services, So thank you for sharing that, Stacy. But that's what, I got from it. And I got like so excited. And I said, you know what? I think every business owner really needs this. Okay. Because like I said, when it comes to just even taking a look at, your customer support, like how do you support your people, how do you support your clients? You need to have a systematic way to do that. And then when it comes to taking a look at your marketing, you need to be able to do that. And then if you could help your clients do the same, then you should be able to have the opportunity to go ahead and do that.
Yep. Yes. Only got a couple more slides. I know we're past the time, so I'm going to just push through these and then we can see if there's any questions. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Boom. So I'll quickly tell my story. The people on the screen is Andrew and Laura Newman. So several years ago, when I was looking at everything, I was considering Go High Level, and I said, should I be an agency? And I was like, I looked and understood there was a whole lot of stuff to go with that. And at the time, I didn't want to learn another CRM. I had been with Entreport for 2+ years, and I was like, I don't want to learn another thing. Like, I don't know if you ever felt that way, but sometimes the idea of having to learn another platform is, I was like, no, I don't think so. Sorry, I think I hit the wrong button. All right, so I asked these they had an agency, and I said, hey, can I get this account under you? Because we were developing a relationship for another software. And long story short, I said, can I, as I learned this other software, it's called Cloud Key, because that was the one I was most interested in. They were offering reseller opportunities. Again, reseller is much better than affiliate, right? Because they pay you directly, and they pay you all the money, right? You don't have to wait. So we were doing this relationship with the other software, and they kept talking about how it works with high level. And truthfully, they just wore me down. At some point, I was just like, okay, fine, I'll get it. And so I got it, and I started learning it. And then I had this epiphany. I said, hey, would you allow me to resell this under your agency? Would you allow me to resell it under your agency so I could be quote unquote sub agency? Sub agency doesn't exist on Go High Level, but they allowed me to resell it. And so I was able to then start to approach my clients and the people who have been working with the tech and like, hey, I got this platform, and they paid me directly. And I just contacted them to create the accounts, and we was off to the races. Right. And so I was able to resell Go High Level without becoming an agency, and no one else is doing this. Okay. No one else is doing this. So I got to a certain point, and the conversation was always, when you're ready to become an agency, you can go and become an agency. So after about a year and a few months, I went and got my own agency, and we still have a great relationship, and so forth. Within this community, there is something called the SaaSpreneur, and this is the very unique, specific people who are looking at this with this framework of, how can I get people on this program, on this platform, who want to do it themselves and that they will pay me directly. The SaaSpreneur is not an agency where I'm going to go out and find lawyers and doctors and dentists and do marketing for them. These people are like us. We want to work from our home. We need this tool. I can help people get and use this tool, and then I can get the money directly and more money because they're paying me. And Go High Level will give you unlimited accounts at 2 price points, a $297 and a $497. But you have to be able to be an agency to fully support those clients. So I took what happened to me and I said, no one else is offering people to be able to have their own agency under another agency. Everybody wants to promote the affiliate, which is fine, but the money and the power is in being your own agency. So what I've done is I've took my agency and my skill sets of building funnels and automation, and I built certain things in there to sell the program for people like my mom, for people like yourselves who want to generate another income stream bolted onto your existing business. And then I also added some things in there as well. So what I've done, and we'll get to the Q&A, is I've added High Level, something called CloseBot, which is AI. The Success Team is my company. We built all these funnels in there to sell with you. And then the Tech Jedi is our support. There's other companies that offer Go High Level support. It starts at usually $500 a month and up, like Extendly and HL Pro Tools, but we do the support. And so we packages all this together. And so if you want to resell Go High Level and be an agency, it's $497 a month. CloseBot is $197 a month. All the funnels is $297 a month. And the support, we just put the base price at $47 a month. So basically, this has a real world value, like real world value of over $1,400, right? And so now, if you had all these things and the funnels to help you sell it, question is, would you consider giving me $297 a month? If you can get one client at $297 and break even with the one client, I want you to think about this. I'm going to help you sell this to clients, but you only need one to break even. If you're willing to consider that, then I'd like to invite you to join me and Taria for our event coming up, and we're going to show you exactly how we're going to use social media to get people in front of the program to sell it. So if you're interested, we got an event coming up on Thursday. Both of the links are there. They're all lowercase, but there was one that's smaller. So if you need to snap the screenshot so you can get it, you can go there and register for a masterclass, and we will share with you exactly how to sell that Go High Level program. And again, you only need 30 at $297 to have a $100,000 year business, and you only need one sale to break even. There is nothing else out there that is powerful, and no one else is doing this. This is your one opportunity. So you may have some questions like, well, how are you going to make money if I can resell it and all that stuff? Same way Go High Level does. We make a little bit on the commissions, but after we get once we get our 20, we're going to add on a reseller fee to that. So this is a brand new opportunity for you guys to take advantage of. And how it works is, if you ever got on a webinar and people are selling a product or program and they're telling you they're launching it, but they always have testimonials, like, how do you get the testimonials if you're just launching the program? You ever think about you ever think like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be new, you're just launching it, but you got these testimonials that you keep hitting us with, and such made $10,000 a month in their first 30 days, right? Like, how do you do that? So how you do it is you offer it before you have testimonials, and you offer it to a certain number of people. We've decided on 20 that we won't add the fee, that they can get in here. We can help them get one time, and now they can be a testimonial for us when we launch and we add that fee on there. So even if I added $1,000 fee to be able to resell it, when you add all those services in there, and we'll show them to you on Thursday, you'll be able to make a nice profit. So with that, again, if you need the contact information, hear it again if you need it.
Okay, awesome. Greg, thank you so much for this.